Hi everyone, and welcome to our event at Beyond Talent at Keren Talbut America Israel. I'm so happy you were able to join us today. I know these are complicated times. For those not yet familiar with Beyond Talent, this is our program for career acceleration for artists, for Israeli artists in Israel and around the world. First of all, I hope you and your loved ones are safe and well in and outside of Israel. Of course, don't worry if you need to leave the conversation, and we'll stick around here until the end, and hopefully we won't have interruptions. So I'm really excited to introduce you to Sonia Simmenauer, again with us here for the second time for a meeting that is solely dedicated to your questions. Sonia is the founder of Impresariat Simmenauer and a leading figure in classical music and artist management with decades of experience representing and advising top musicians and ensembles. So just some housekeeping for us here. Just reminding you, if you can, keep your cameras on and your mic's off as long as you're not speaking. And to ask a question, you can raise your hand through reactions or post your question to the chat. And there we go. So we have an hour for your questions, and you're welcome to share them with us now. Sonia, if you have anything to add that I missed, you're welcome to do so.
Okay, it's not about myself, but it's about all of you. Welcome. And I'm very happy to have this hour to talk to you. Now, it is your hour, it is not my hour. So whatever you want to know, just say, and I will try to give you either an answer or a story, because it's all about storytelling. So does anyone want to begin? Yes, Adi.
Hi, and thank you for doing this. I'm a composer, so I hope this is okay to ask questions regarding a composer and not a performer. And my question is, I wrote an opera for children that was premiered in Tel Aviv 2 years ago. The libretto was by Shira Pachornik, who is an Israeli wonderful singer, also known to AICF. She lives in Germany. And the opera just won in half a year ago also the YAM Awards prize in Estonia. So the question is, I want to bring this opera to Europe, and I already started doing some things, but I wanted to ask your opinion about what's the best way to do this. It's in Hebrew right now, but we're translating already to German. So
okay,
it will be
the first thing is you need to be telling the story in the language of the country, country that you want to present it to.
Of course.
It doesn't make any sense to send it to all operas. You have to pick and choose. And you have to think very, very well. Do you know someone who knows someone who knows someone that is being brought with a warm hand? Who are the people that can have a connection either to a dramaturge or to a conductor who might be interested? All of the opera houses will have some kind of children's things, and they could be very happy to have some new material. Now it will be looked at. It depends where you want to do it. You have to be very careful about where you send it and where to begin. I would not begin with a top opera. I would begin with an opera in a middle city, an opera that has a very strict and dramaturgy over the year. You have to look, do they do things for children, and concentrate on one, because you need a success to have more success. Don't spread. Otherwise it's lost.
Thank you. It's very helpful. I've noticed also, and I heard this from my librettist, that she said that it's a little bit problematic after, Israel's reputation in the last few years, she encountered some problems. And also, actually, when I won the award in Estonia, people shouted "Free Palestine" when I was making my speech. So she said maybe we should wait a little bit with that. What is your opinion about that? Do you think we should wait, or is it we should
Wait
just
for
continue?
what? Wait for what?
Exactly.
They hate the Jews. They will hate the Jews. They have a good reason. And yet they will take the Jews because they're the best. Sorry. No, I mean, you cannot wear the coat of the others.
Yeah, it's true.
And there is no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I have been working for Israelis all my life. BDS began long time ago. It's not only since the 7th of October. And either they love you or they hate you.
Yeah.
If you have a great content and there is someone intelligent there, they will take it.
They will take it. And I'm sorry, I don't want to take too much of your time, but one last question is, do you think it's better to go with some agency to this what you suggested, or
no? First of all, you won't get an agency because the agencies are disappearing. They're either very big and like industries, or they're disappearing. So it's not an agency that will help you. What could help you is an editor.
An editor.
A music editor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's where you might want to look into whether it's. There are many editors.
Oh, you mean publisher?
Publisher.
Oh, publisher. Yes, I'm actually, I have some things on the table regarding it. So you think this is, I thought this would be a good way. So you think you support this idea?
The publisher is actually the agent of the composer.
Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. So I have some things. Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you so much. It's very helpful.
Ozan? I saw something coming by the chat, but I'm unable to open the chat, whatever. Here.
Sorry, I was on mute. It's just me, but I see that Ila has been wanting to ask a question, so go ahead, please.
Well, good evening to everybody and to Sonia.
Hi.
I'm a clarinet player, klezmer clarinet player, and I have three questions. The first one is, if a young ensemble wants to start building an international career, what first steps are most important? What should musicians focus on at the beginning?
Well, that is a very difficult question. Well, first of all, I think the most important is to have a profile. What is the profile of the ensemble? Where do you place the ensemble? What is it made out? What is the repertoire of the ensemble? What makes it unique? And again, don't send out a letter throughout the world, but focus on targets where you want to be for a good reason. Because you can make a list of 5,000 emails and you send them out and you're surprised that you don't get one answer. But if you focus on some targets, you will be surprised that they will answer because they are meant. This is for everybody. If you don't mean the one you write to, why should he mean you and answer? So you have to figure out where are the places where ensembles of this kind are playing. Are they festivals? Are they folk music ensembles? I don't know what your ensemble is about. Is it a baroque, a classical, a mixed, whatever? It needs to have a profile that is catchable from scratch. If someone opens the email and sees the word, they have to be able to figure out what is it. Otherwise, it's lost. So that's a lot of work prior to at all reach out.
Okay, my second question, from the perspective on an international agency, how can a young ensemble know that is ready to approach agent and presenters? What should an ensemble really have in repertoire, videos, artistic concert, and concert experience?
Well, this is difficult to say because it's not about what people want, but it's about what you can offer to the people, even if they don't know what it is until they open your letter. It's not about the repertoire people expect. It's about the repertoire you are able to put together and want to present because you know you have a different voice. You have a voice and a voice that needs to be heard. I'm not sure this makes sense to everybody, but it is so important not to be trying to answer to criteria because all of these criteria today are just falling apart. Presenters want public. They want people to come to the concert. They are not the knowledgeable presenters that we had, I don't know, 35 years ago. They are industry presenters. So it's not about what can work. You have no chance if you go like this. It has to be seen because it is something that will appeal to this presenter particularly. I'm sorry, it sounds so abstract, but there is no line you should be playing Mozart clarinet concerto. No, nobody cares. But if you have something that the clarinet will be a voice that is appealing, that is making curious, they will ask back, and then you have a contact.
Okay, thank you. And my last question: today there are many talented ensembles and soloists. For an ancient perspective, what makes a musical project stand out and become interesting for international presenters?
It is the same than what I said. If I am addressed and I see something that intrigues me, and I'm just curious, and then I go into a discussion with the people, I might end up representing them. It's a lot of luck. It's a lot of mazel.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Guys, I see we have a lot of people with questions. Just please, unless it's a direct follow-up question, try to stick with the first question, and then if we have time, we'll get back to you after everybody had a chance to ask. So, Mika, the mic is yours.
Thank you very much. Very nice to meet you, Sonia. I say hello from Vienna. Where I do my master's studies in contemporary art practice, and I work as a composer, performer, improviser, and my master project is my second opera. In my education, I'm pianist and opera singer, which is my main, how would I call it, my main profession. And maybe my question is how to maybe direct myself more or focus myself more and promote myself, because there are many channels I work at the moment. Like I do a lot of things with Jewish themes. I do a lot of, for example, working with a pianist on Viennese Jewish composers concert that we do in Vienna in cooperation with the Jewish community and Exil Arte, which is the composer. Okay. So we work with them and do this concert here in Vienna, and then I have another completely different career that I do work as a klezmer singer, a Yiddishist, and in my contemporary music, I often combine or create a bridge between the words. Like my first opera was in Yiddish, and I'm very happy with the projects that I have, and I'm very grateful. But I would like to take it maybe a step up or open to other countries other than Austria, which is very Vienna-centered.
Okay. You have already a very clear profile, which makes you attractive for some parts and closes the door for other parts, which is, it's good because at least you have a direction. Now, you don't really have the choice than to follow the wind and let the wind take you along. You say you're busy in different places and you have to network. You have to be re-invited where you are, because the re-invitation will provide you with more re-invitations where else. It's a long way. Nothing of what you're doing is going to make you famous within 2 years, but it will build itself, and you will need 10 to 15 years, but you will be then a specialist and sought after. This is my quick diagnosis.
Okay.
Okay?
And may I add a small question regarding, I stopped pushing very hard in the direction of classical opera career. I still do it. I still perform in concerts and festivals that are quite small, but I don't audition in opera houses. Should I still keep it this way, or?
I think you've chosen your way. The way you present it, you have chosen your way. Why do you want to go to the opera houses where there are 100,000 others, where you have something very special? I know it's always green on the other side of the fence, but if you have a thread in your hand, in those times, follow the thread.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Mika. Leah, would you like to ask your question?
Yes, thank you. Hello.
Hi.
I wanted to ask a follow-up question to the young ensembles. I have a beginner ensemble in Germany, piano trio. I wanted to ask about budget. If we should accept as a beginner ensemble concert with lower fees. By lower, I mean about 500 per person. And my question is because I know that if we brand it more expensive, we might have also looked more expensive.
Okay. According to the law in Germany, the price per person for a concert is more than 600 per concert as a fee. Now, you have to be more intelligent than those who propose you the fee. You can say, okay, with 500, but all the cost on top. So you end up with 1,000, but they don't know it. Okay? This is, so you give in, but you make them pay for the expenses. If they mean the fee, it's fine. If they mean a fee, including expenses, it's not fine. Okay?
And from career point of view, does it make sense to take a lower paid concerts or not?
Look, as a beginner, you're not beginners. If you make a trio, you are professional musicians already. So don't look at you as a beginner. You're a new trio.
Yeah.
There is a difference in be careful with the words.
Thank you.
Because if you say I'm a beginner, then I think you're in the Hochschule. You're not. You're a fresh trio. So the first thing that is important is play, play, play. So you swallow a lot of snakes, but you want a stage. And then you begin to think, where do I want to go? Where are the places that I can present myself for the bigger stages and so on? But at first, you need to play. And if you play in good conditions, you don't learn. If you play in bad conditions, your trio will survive or not. Sorry for my being a bit sarcastic. But chamber music has been my whole life. I know them all.
I know.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, Alec, you're up.
Thank you. Hi, Sonia. Pleasure meeting you. Thank you for doing this. I'm an orchestral conductor and a classical guitarist. My question is about conducting. So currently, I do have some assistantship job and opportunities here in Israel, but mainly doing community concerts. And I'm trying to get out there, and I want to get some opportunities to conduct in Europe, doing something more, let's say, serious, something people know about. And this is a bit hard, and I would like to know what's your take on this? How do I take this next step? Because I do go to master classes. It's not particularly fruitful. Don't know if competitions can be the thing that can get me out there. So would like to know what you.
Competitions are probably the only possibility to get your name get in the round. Community or not community, the question is, what orchestra is it? Is it an amateur orchestra or is it a professional orchestra? That is much more important than whether it's a community concert or not. Where are you? I lost you. Nice.
Yeah, I lost myself also, but I'm here. It's a professional orchestra.
Because that is the most important, that you have also, it's the same then with the trio, you need to conduct. And to get to understand what is your repertoire, where do you make the difference? Because without conducting professional orchestras who don't like conductors, amateur orchestras love conductors, but professionals don't like them. And if they like you at the end, you know why. And that you can work with. And then you go to competitions or you look at all these applications that something is open for assistantship and you can have an audition or a trial and so on.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
But you have to, if you present yourself as a conductor.
I'm presenting myself as a
guitarist.
conductor. I presented myself now differently. So, I have some different background. And, well, previously I got advice that it could be useful, but...
if you're asked, you can answer, but don't say it before you asked.
Okay. Because I found out that this background is not useful. My networking, which is very wide in classical guitar world, is completely useless in the conducting world.
Totally, but you can still play the guitar and be busy as a guitarist. It doesn't matter. You can have two different websites.
So not even put it on the same one?
Well, in your biography, you can say that your education is from classical guitar, but you want to be seen as a conductor.
Mm-hmm.
You have a classical education, and you can make an extra website with you as a guitarist, where you don't speak about being a conductor.
Okay, that's what I'll do. Thank you.
Dual personality. Don't mix them up.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Right. Lyle Cohen, go ahead.
Hi. I'm a young composer. I did my bachelor's in Tel Aviv, and now I'm finishing my master's degree at the Royal Danish Academy of Music in Copenhagen. And I feel like I'm doing many things which are probably very good. I had my first orchestral premiere this year. I'm working now on a chamber commission in London. Before that, I've written already for a couple of professional ensembles here in Denmark. And I'm also currently producing the premiere of my first chamber opera here, which will be in late April, with both students and young professional musicians and stage artists. And my question is, how do I now, especially after I finish the degree this year, move on towards a professional career as a composer? What are the sort of the most important steps I should take? Is it finding a publisher? Should I get a doctorate? Should I invest in my social media presence? Or what are the most important things I should do for that?
Everything. Okay, let's begin by the beginning. A publisher does not harm. It's good to have, because then you have an address. A doctorate is your problem. It's great to have, maybe. It may be great for a second line, which can be the teaching at universities or this kind of academic way. But the doctorate will not give you a musical career. This is, where are you? I lost you.
Hi.
Oh, now I see you. The doctorate is your personal thing, and the possibility of entering different directions. The publisher is your home address where it seems like someone is taking care of your interests and giving your scores a home among other people. This is also important. And the third one, the social media. This is a topic for everybody. If you have something to say, do social media. If you don't have something to say, don't do social media. But the question, I think we should do an extra hour for social media, because this is going to eat up all our time and we won't find the right answer. It is a problem, it is a curse, and it is unavoidable. So there is more to say about this. I don't think we should get into that for today. There are too many other questions. All right?
Yeah, and anything else that I should be thinking about, or?
Well, you should be thinking about what your music is about. You should keep the hand on describing what your music is and where you want it to reach out. You're not a performer. You are someone who gives to performers something, a message to give out. And you have to be very careful about how the message should go through. Okay?
Okay, and maybe just also I forgot to mention that actually I would be very happy if, as a professional composer, I go into this niche of specifically composing operas. So is there anything specific in that regard that I should try other than all of this?
I don't really know the right answer there, to be very honest. Opera, I mean, there is this Mr. Chalamet who says that opera is not interesting. And on the other hand, most of the composers today want to write opera. So there will be something in the middle that will be right. And you want to write operas, but you need the right libretti. So what is the kind of ideas that are your ideas in order to make a libretto match the music that you want to make? And if you're clear about that, you will also find the people to talk about it, and then it goes like a snowball.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
May I just say, Sonia, Lyle is my son. So it's a next generation. I'm in Boston because I'm a professor at Berkeley, and he's in Copenhagen in the Danish Academy of Music. So
okay, this is the family Cohen. The Cohen.
Exactly. So we are Cohen. There are many Cohens in Israel, but we are related.
I'm a Cohen too. Okay.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you.
So Elinor and then Ido Ramot, I see you. So you'll be next after.
Hi, Sonia. Thank you very much, first of all, for doing this for us. My name is Elinor. This is Omer, my partner. We're both students at the Buchman Meta School in Tel Aviv here in our final year of bachelor's. I'm a flutist, or Omer is a cellist. And as students, we don't get much guidance or assistance in trying to get solo opportunities as soloists with even chamber orchestras, symphonies, and whatnot. And I wanted to ask, how do you approach this? Who do you approach? And do you reach specific orchestras based on your, I don't know, repertoire? Or how, in general, anything you could
Well,
say?
first of all, I have to take those institutions a little bit to defend them. A high school, a conservatory, a Hochschule, whatever you name them, is not there to give you the praxis. It's there to give you the knowledge. It's expected today that when you go out of the conservatory, you're a ready musician, but you're just a beginner. You have to go out and you have to make your ways. You have to go to academies. You have to reach out to whatever auditions you can. You have to mix and mingle with the people in order to also feel the people around. Where do they stand? What do they have? Why do they have this? They don't play good, but they have a lot of concerts. Why is that? It's not against you, but what do they do right? And you cannot, I cannot tell you what to do right. You have to get a feeling for this world. And also, unfortunately, to know that the world you're going in is not a particularly nice one. You're lucky to have the Israel-America Foundation, and they give you a lot, but the world outside is not particularly nice, and it doesn't need a war for that. So it's a big thing, and you need to have chutzpah. You want something, you go and get it.
So you're saying you're all for like taking the initiative and just contacting orchestras and suggesting myself as a soloist?
Of course.
Okay.
If you don't do it, who will do it?
Of course.
Okay, and until someone is going to be doing it for you, you need to make the world tired of hearing your name. And then they will all be interested.
All right.
I mean, it's much too much in a hurry for you to wait. So go ahead, not with a Porsche, but step by step. But you have to go out. You have to be seen. You have to be heard. And you don't need to have a concert at the Carnegie Hall with the New York Philharmonic tomorrow. But try out all the places that you can think of, that you can see. Try around your community. Take the space of the others. Otherwise, I take it for you.
Yes.
Sorry.
Of course, this is very nice and important to hear, I think, to me at least.
I mean, you are choosing a job that is a very special job. It's not like you get a contract and you go to work every day from 8 to 5. It's like you want to come out in this world and you want to earn money with your instrument, and you have the feeling that you have a position in this world that enables you to say something different. But it takes a lot of strength, of courage, of being so secure about what you want to say, and you are entitled until you're proven wrong. But do it. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Ido, you're up.
Toda. Hi, Sonia. First of all, thank you for doing this. It's really a pleasure. It's very interesting so far, learning a lot. I was purely a classical pianist until, let's say, last year, when I decided to wear kind of all of my hats and try to market myself as what is special about me. Because with the classical piano, I feel I've reached a certain way where I'm getting, let's say, 20 concerts recurring each year that are paid not what I want as well. And it's kind of stopping there. And now I'm using more of my skills as a composer and as an improviser to make something that makes me more unique. And I think what I want to do basically is to know how, after I've thought about this and I have a concept in mind, how do I approach a new circle of people, of organizers, in a smart way that gives me the pay upgrade plus the concert level upgrade that I'm looking for.
Okay, I mean, since we have just so little time, I will not put gloves on, but I'll be very straight. Is
Please.
it about you or about your piano playing?
No, it's not. It's about. I don't understand the question.
Okay, you say you want to find out to be regarded, you especially, if you would make clear that your piano playing and the music that you are bringing, whether it's improvisation, new compositions, a mix, etc., is something very special. You're behind, but let the people try to find out who is that behind this music and put the music forward.
Mm-hmm.
If you put yourself forward, you will be disappointed.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's also a bit of a transitional period because until now I've been playing a lot of just classical repertoire, and I've been in this recurring cycle that also doesn't bring me the same artistic satisfaction as when I play something that I put my heart and soul into. So now it's also, of course, it's more personal, I would say, but I do feel it gives somewhat of a better chance. But I just want to know, how do I approach new organizers outside my cycle in a smart way that...
If you know what to offer.
Okay.
It's always, we always come back to the same thing. What is it, what you offer? In the industry, there is one name. I hate it, but it's very clear, the unique selling point. And the unique selling point is not your nose, it's your music. Okay? So you have to find out, consider your crisis, look at your crisis, make your crisis your friend. And you will find answers to your music, and you will find a way to reach out with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can begin in the bar around the corner and give a concert every second Tuesday and say, from 8 to 10, I'll be playing for you. Come in here.
No, I'm not in that much of a problem, but...
No, but to figure out how the people react, because the way they react to your music, you will be able to define your music.
Yeah. I mean, so far I've been getting very good feedback for it, like when I did play it. So I think it's going in the right direction, I hope.
But you have to describe it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Adivki.
Hi.
Hi.
What a pleasure. Sorry, I'm quite...
You are here.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
So I'm Adi. I've been, I think, rather lucky to have been doing many different things until now. I play the violin and conduct and compose and arrange music, which I feel is a kind of an issue, or I mean, in the way I see the classical world in 2026 as having sort of ultra specialization in a lot of things. So seeing as I don't really see myself fitting into that kind of model, I've been thinking a lot about, like, how does someone like me make a career of any sort, like not giving up anything of the things I love to do. So I would ask, from your perspective, how do I actually communicate as a kind of broad, like multidisciplinary artist to someone like you, or anyone who could help me elevate my career to something that is more meaningful?
This is also something that you share with a lot of people today, and the multi-function, multi-talented, etc. But what are you really good at? Where is your best asset?
I would like to think that I mean, that's obviously very subjective, but I'd like to think I do pretty much everything to a sufficient level, for me at least, or at least that's the feedback I get from my environment.
Well, the question is, in which of the capacities that you have can you gain the quickest, the best authority? You need to open a place where you can bring in all your other assets and give them a place. Where can you have authority? As a musician, you need an authority in order to catch a public, to keep a public, and then you can decide what you want to put the light on. There is nothing against the fact that you can be a pianist and a composer and an improviser and a light whatever, but where do you get the authority to make your own?
That will probably be my violin playing.
So put the emphasis on the violin playing, get your network around the violin, and bring in everything else.
Yeah, okay.
You can't have it's like a picture. People want to have only one thing to look at, otherwise they don't see. If you make a photo of 4 faces of yourself, nobody will see you. So make only one at a time.
Okay.
You open doors with the violin, and then you play the piano. So what? Then it's fine.
Yeah, that sounds, yeah, okay.
But it needs always a focus. Always at the time a focus.
I see. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. And Yaeli, please ask your question.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Yeheli. I'm a clarinetist. I play in various ensembles, not permanent one, but in most of the concerts I play, I find it quite complicated to make new people come to concerts, not just my friends and family. So I wanted to ask, what are your best ways to bring people to hear classical music?
That is the major problem of all the classical world today. So what you realize is what we experience all over the place. And there are lots of series that close down because they don't have the public. Where to find the public? Every one of you has his responsibility in it, in a small area. To whether you teach, whether you go in schools and show children what the clarinet playing is, and they can come to a concert. You don't need to do that every day. But if you are worried about the public of your concerts, every one of you has to take a little bit of responsibility to make people love music. It's not like they don't love music. It's like they don't hear it. They don't know what it is to experience something live. Because everybody goes with them things in the ears. You have Spotify. Why should you go to a concert? But if you go in a school and you play for kids, they will want to hear. Or you go on the street and you play in a square, or you organize something with your friends to make pop-ups, things to make people be aware, as long as you are so young as you are. It's not something that you begin when you're 50 or 60, but it's something that you can share as long as the people are the same age than you that you want to see in concerts.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Eri. Ron Merchavi, are you still here?
Yes, hi, good evening. Thank you, Sonia and Galia, and hi, everyone.
Who's talking? Raise your hand.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Hi. So I do all kinds of things in music, also behind the scenes. So I do have some networks, but I'm playing the double bass, lyric bass style, and I have some unique repertoire of Israeli and Jewish music. A few years ago, I had a nice recital in a convention in the United States for double bassists. I did try to get some connections, but it seems that it's very university setting, like this professor comes over this university and then they just swap. And also I had some self-organized concerts here in Israel, which were nice, but it's a bit of a burden to go on with this way. And also with the people who, putting the series, they're kind of a bit limited. They're afraid about the audience, that they won't come, and they just want more of this violin and more of this piano. And I know that in Europe there are some interesting festivals, maybe smaller ones, that it could be something interesting, but I couldn't get so I know you talked about ensembles, but if you have any word of recommendation how to, I do have a website, I do have lots of materials, lots of works over there, and people are watching, but I would like to get more concerts.
Well, the general question, I would like to get more concerts. Again, it's not by sending it out to many places that you will get more concerts. It's about focusing on places that you see that there could be either interest for Jewish music or for the double bass, and you bring both. You need to pick and try to be successful with one or two. You get extremely depressed if you try with 50.
Okay.
You don't put yourself in the right place. So focus on a small festival where you happen to see that they have had, that they seem to like double bass, or that they seem to be on Jewish music, and try there to come to the person who will decide. Don't offer too much, but offer a conversation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Nathan?
Da.
Can you hear me now? Yes.
Yes.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Nathan. I'm based in Munich. I was living a few years in Geneva, and I play the flute. And I have my network and mostly concentrated in chamber music. I also gig with orchestras, but orchestra was, and it's still never my, let's say, goal in life. I don't know. It was never was more interested in chamber music and maybe chamber orchestras, but something maybe more being able to travel, also meet many people. My roots are kind of also half Israeli, half Italian. My parents live in Paris, so it's a lot of different language and different places. And my question is about, actually it's kind of one question which actually have maybe two parts. So it's about creating festivals. So the first part is, how do you see now festivals nowadays? Because I have the impression it kind of goes often to this direction, especially in summer, and everything is maybe. And the second one is, so I have also my ideas and many good colleagues, so I know the quality and the ideas behind, and I know what there is. But my question is how one can, let's say, start the initiative to make it to a practical way. Like, let's say, I don't know, so maybe how you see it, festival situation in Germany.
Well, for a festival, you need a place.
Yes.
You need a space in this place, and you need the people of these places to want it. You cannot put the hat on and do everything.
Of course.
Are you related to this place? Do you have a network of people who want to make this barn or this living room or this whatever? What is the place? A festival, the kind of festivals that you're talking about, goes from the place, not from the music. And then you have to fill it in with a real content. So who is the crew of musicians, not for 1 year, but for the first 4 or 5 years, that you would want to include in something like this. It's on totally different levels.
Okay.
But you cannot be the center of the place. You need people in those places who will get excited about presenting their place. And those are your allies.
Mm-hmm.
It's much too short to try to go through all the questions, but this is not something that you can do totally alone.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
need
yeah.
your network, and you need different networks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not a good answer.
No, no, no. It is. I don't know. I think it's always kind of maybe both, no? Because of course, when I go to some place, if I relate, I should have already some context, like content, and to show that what I want, that it's clear to me already.
But it depends on the place. You will not play the same pieces if you go in a church than if you go in a barn.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You will not play the same pieces if you are in the north of Europe or in the south of Italy.
Yes.
So it depends on the place, and depends on the people who make this place, who inhabit this place. Are they very old, aristocratic people? Are they young, bio peasants that want to make a new whatever? It depends on all of this.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's a big work to try to figure out, where do I stand? What is the concept around me? And then to fill it in.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay. Yael, Shoam.
Hi.
Hi. Here.
Hello.
Hi.
Again, thank you so much for your time. My question is not so much different from what everyone is asking so far, but I am a singer and also an actress, and I am probably moving to Germany. And I would love any advice you have. What is the best way to begin networking and finding work? I've, of course, thought of learning in some sort of program, but I already have a master's degree here from Israel. So do you know of any postmasters programs or opportunities?
I'm not good at that. Singers is a very special world. First of all, you have more chances for auditions than other musicians have. The question is, are you an operatic singer? Are you a lead singer? Where do you want to go? Do you have contacts? This is a whole setup also. What are your contacts, assets? What voice are you? What kind of experience do you have? Whether you reach out to Hochschule and make a post or a concert exam or something like this, or if you know some singers here around, if you want, there is a good place to try to enter, and that's the Heidelberg Singer Academy, because they have a great, Julian Brigadier is now taking over the lead, and at least you can go there and find out what are the ways.
Yes, lead is my kind of focus. So yeah, if there is a program for lead, that would be amazing.
That is the Heidelberg Music Academy of the Heidelberger Frühling. You can check it out, and then you can try to apply there, and then you would be already in a bath.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I couldn't find anything for anyone who's post masters. So
forget your master, forget all of this. You're a singer. Apply to try to enter this in order to make contact and find out where are the ways.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Liron Givoni.
Yes, hi. So my name is Naomi. I'm just entering the Zoom in on behalf of my friend Liron and on behalf of my ensemble. I'm a recorder player. I perform early music, and my ensemble is professionalized in that. And I have maybe a hard question to ask. We already have a name for ourselves a bit in Europe. We have won some competitions, and we are going to be in a really great competition this summer and also in a great festival. So we have an improvement of like that what we're doing is good, and we also have this branding of what our concerts look like, and a lot of videos, etc., that show that we are good. But lately, because of the situation, as the one that is responsible also for booking abroad in Europe, I feel like it's hard. And one of the things that we are showing is our friendship and our uniqueness and communicativeness, and the fact that we are Israelis are making the things a lot harder right now. And I am asking myself first of all, where should we concentrate our energy? Because maybe, I don't know, Germany is more tolerant right now to have
Don't go to
ensembles.
France, don't go to Spain.
Yeah, I am now located in The Hague in the Netherlands, and the boycotting here is very strong.
I know.
And so this is a bit gives us cold feet, although we have a lot of good feedback.
I mean, you don't need to present yourself as an Israeli ensemble.
But it is automatically known, of course. I mean,
what's the name of your ensemble?
Nari Baroque Ensemble. But I mean, when they bring us, of course, if it's a paid festival, then the prices to bring us are more expensive because we need to pay flights. And it's very easy to know where we come from. I feel the question is about how much you think we should be hiding behind this, because I feel like we could be. And when we were performing in the summer in Europe, we just didn't say that where we are from in the programs, it didn't say. But we still got comments saying like, why didn't you say anything about the war? Why didn't you take an opinion on stage? Say something.
Because you take an opinion, you're being battled, and you don't take an opinion, you're being battled too. So you decided not to take position, and it's your perfect right. I mean, this is a situation that I, of course, know best. And it's not about hiding. It's maybe just not about showing. And there is a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to hide that you're Israelis, but as an ensemble, you are Baroque. And I think this is the point. And you don't want to take position because you want to give a concert.
Yeah.
And you're an ensemble, so it's difficult enough to get everybody to be saying something together about music. We don't want to have on top the discussions about politics.
Yeah. But I do feel like I was, for instance, our website was .coil, and I was thinking that maybe we should just change it to .com or something, and not have a Hebrew website. So that's for me really hiding.
No, it's not hiding. It's not hiding. It's just not showing.
Mm-hmm. It's making an effort that it's not seen, but everybody can see it.
It can be in your biography that you're Israelis, etc. But they don't need to realize you're Israelis from your email address or from your website.
Mm-hmm.
It's about promoting your Baroque playing.
Mm-hmm.
And it is about the fact that you cannot do it right. So you have chosen to not speak about politics, and it is your right. And if they don't want to invite you, if you don't talk about politics, you don't want to play for them. Very easy. Of course. Okay? And I'm not saying you should be ashamed of anything. No, you should be. It's time. It's a difficult time. We all know that. If it's difficult to make you come from Israel, don't say you come from Israel. Ask for a certain amount for participation to travel, and don't put the things forward that you know you will have to legitimate. It's your problem where you come from. It's not their problem.
I mean, it's twice more expensive, and I also noticed that I know that some that want to invite Israeli ensembles feel like they have to invite protection, like
Yes.
staff to protect, and that's even more expensive. So I feel like there is not really a chance for why would they, if we're not like, why would they choose us and not somebody else?
Because you're good.
So costly.
Because you're the best. That is what you need to be making them think. The reason why is because you're the best for what you're doing. And not because you're Israeli or not Israeli or whatever. You would be Russian, you'd have a problem. You'd be Ukrainian, you have a problem. You're gay, you have a problem. You're a woman, you have a problem. So.
And which countries do you think are the best to concentrate in right now?
Well, Germany is rather still cool. And in some countries of the north, don't go to Sweden, but Denmark is okay. And it's like the whole Europe is going to the right.
Yeah.
France has shown it yesterday. We're not in good times. But Poland would be a good place to play Baroque music.
Okay, noted.
Okay. Good
Also
luck.
Hungary. I mean, look at this Middle East.
Also what?
Hungary.
Hungary.
Look at those places. They have Baroque festivals. Look at Baroque festivals.
Yeah.
Don't look where it is from. The same. Then you don't want to be invited as Israelis, but as Baroque musicians. Look at the festivals where you want to go because they do good Baroque music. And the only thing that is left, have faith.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Sonia, thank you so much for your time. It's been so interesting. I think we covered a lot. I'm sorry we couldn't get to everyone this time, but maybe some other third time we'll get you again to join us. Thank you everyone for joining. I shared the link to the program in the chat if you'd like to find some more events that may be beneficial to you. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
Have a lot of courage. Good luck.